I've had those things happen. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4. Testing 1, 2. Michael Turner and Neil Sedaka. August the 2nd?
Third.
Third. I lost a day. Let's see if this is recording.
I have the record by the Willows, Church Bells May Ring. Is it true that you played the chimes?
Yes, it was produced by Morty Kraft, who discovered the tokens when we were 16 years old, and Morty Kraft asked me to play the chimes on Church Bells May Ring.
What year was that?
That might stump me. 54, maybe?
How about 56? No? Yes?
You might be right. It was... Actually, I wrote the follow-up to Church Bells May Ring called My Angel by the Willows. And is there something else with the Willows? That's all I can remember.
My next question is this. In your biography, you state that you were at the session of Dream Lover. But I cannot hear the piano, Neil.
I played, but they buried the piano. The producer of the record decided that the piano was not an integral part, and finally covered it up with the other instruments. And Bobby Darin asked me also what they buried was a second voice. I was singing harmony with Bobby Darin because he was having trouble recording it. And finally, we did two voices, but they buried my voice on that.
What other records have you appeared on, with the exception of Phil Cody and Nigel Olsson?
As a guest
Yes.
singer?
Like you played the piano on Stupid Cupid. That's
Yes.
the sort of answer I'm looking for.
Yes. What other records did I appear on?
Sugar Sugar by the Archies?
No, The Hungry Years with Wayne Newton. I sang background.
That's interesting, because I'm asking you this because I want to try and find these records myself.
I haven't seen it since we did it 20-some-odd years ago.
You don't have a copy yourself?
No.
So if I find you one, you'd like one, would you?
Mm-hmm. Wayne Newton's Hungry Years.
What year
if
was
it ever
that?
came out.
Might not be now.
76, 77. If
No
it ever
idea.
came out.
The record label?
No. You know what else I'm looking for?
No, tell me.
Never Again by Dinah Washington. I wrote that with Eddie Grossman.
Yeah.
Never Again, and I have all the Dinah Washington collections, repackages, and they must have lost the tape of it.
In the song Ebony Angel, we know who the song's between. Who is it between on Star-Crossed Lovers?
Star-crossed lovers, Father, dear Father, I come through confession, hoping to find peace of mind. I always pictured a black girl and myself a white guy.
Not a religious song, that because a Jewish person not allowed to marry into another...
Oh, yes, I did, but somehow I also thought of color. But it was interreligious, yes, basically.
In what country did you record in Japanese World Through a Tear?
I'm not sure. Grass is green, da-da-da-da-da. It might be Japan. I'm pretty sure, 60% sure, but I'm not 100% sure. Why would you want to know that?
Well, it's not in your biography, and I'm trying to draw a more of an accurate fabric of the weave of your career.
It was on Greatest Hits in Japan or something or other, wasn't
Special 24.
That's right.
Came out in England in 1976 on RCA.
That's right. Oh, you know more than I. So it could have been done in Japan.
Roughly, what, 1973?
The song was Peter Allen's. He came into RCA Victor with the song when I was there in early 70s? Yeah.
Early 70s. During your 60s on RCA, why on earth is Neil's Twist on another label? The Pyramid label. Why is it on Pyramid, not RCA?
Was the other side of that Delilah?
Yeah.
I don't know who put it out. I'm as much in the dark as you. I don't know who the person was. It had a very short-lived life, and it was out for just a short period of time. They were trying to cash in on my success at the time.
Did you record a song in French on the Atlantic record label?
I did a few songs in French Canada, not in France.
Did you sing it in French?
Yes. I believe it was done in Quebec or in Montreal. I did a couple of sides in French. I don't remember what they were.
Have they ever been released?
I believe so.
On the Atlantic
Could have been.
SGC?
What
Okay.
titles did you hear?
Mi Amor Perdu?
Could
Lost
be.
Love?
I don't remember what those were, but I know it was French Canada.
Is that where you recorded Star-Crossed Lovers and Rainy Jane?
No, Star-Crossed Lovers was done in. Rainy Jane was done in a small demo studio with Howie and I at the dials, and Star-Crossed Lovers was in New York somewhere, small studio in New York. So many years.
I have a tape of you introducing a record in Japan. Is this from a vinyl record?
Me introducing a record. Was it on a stage or in a
It sounds
studio?
like
Probably a radio station.
your friendly DJ and my friend would like you to listen to my next single.
I've done that hundreds and hundreds of
yeah.
times in many countries.
So it might not be on vinyl and it could be a tape
Could be
only.
just a tape, yeah.
Right. What is the division, in general terms, of royalties between a writer and a singer?
The writer, besides getting for each record sold, also gets for radio plays. The singer does not.
Not for radio play.
No, the singer only gets on the records bought in shops.
All right. Well, what's the percentage
Of,
between
how much?
on a sale of
It
records?
depends on the individual's contract. Some singers get 5 cents a record, some 10 cents a record, some 20 cents a record. Depends on how hot they are and what deal they made and how good their lawyer is.
But does the writer get more or the same?
Less.
The writer gets
Writer
less for
usually
creation.
Writer gets less. Usually, on a sale of a record, the writer gets on a single 2 cents or 3 cents, and on an album 2 cents per side, something like that.
Well, you've grown up through the era of technology in music, coming from mono days to stereo days. I bought yesterday the Tokens LP with you with 4 songs on, but unfortunately it's in mono. But as it was made in 1956, and the LP has been made into stereo, would it be that it's been put into true stereo, or
No.
is it fabricated stereo?
Fabricated stereo.
And what would sound right?
Well, it's not true stereo. There are only 3 tracks, and they can fabricate it so that it comes out of both speakers, but in essence you don't have the separation of the tracks. You won't hear the voice on one side and the instruments on the other.
So I should settle for the
There's nothing more. There's nothing else available. It's only fabricated. From those years, they fabricate them so they come out of both speakers.
But so I've got the mono LP. Should I be happy with it then?
Yes,
Because I've not got stereo.
doesn't mean a thing.
But your singles on RCA were all mono, and yet at the same time RCA put out stereo hits.
Well,
Were
as
they
again,
genuine stereo?
no, as again from those years, they're not genuine stereo.
When did genuine stereo come into play then?
Oh, I think it was later than that. It was later than the 50s. I'm not sure.
Have you ever sung on any other Tokens records besides the 4 songs that you and Howie wrote?
No.
Right, that's
So
that question.
everyone who has put down the others, other titles, I don't sing on them. Just
You haven't
the 4.
sung
Come Back Joe, Don't Go, While I Dream and I Love My Baby are the only.
Taste of a Tear? You didn't take part on that?
No.
I'd like to say though that the song "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" is a fantastic
Fantastic.
rendition.
They
isn't it?
brought that to me, and of course I was interested. It was my ex-group. I was interested, and Hank Madress and Jay Siegel said, "What do you think?" I said, "It's either number 1 or a tremendous flop," and it was unique, totally unique.